Okay, have you ever had a mediumship reading before?
Yes, I love them.
Perfect, I love that. So I'll briefly explain about how I work as a medium, and then we'll just get started right into it. So what I'm going to be basically doing is receiving signs, symbols, and impressions from spirit. And it's my job to basically just interpret what that means. There's going to be times I already have like a meaning or interpretation for it, but then there's times that I have no idea what they're talking about, but you might, so I'll ask you, does this make sense to you? Because they could be showing me something I don't understand, but it might make sense to you. And if it doesn't make sense, I will ask for clarity from them, hoping that they will give me more. But if we still don't understand it, it can technically be something you can still figure out later on. You can come up later on in the day, later on in the week. Sometimes just when we're put on the spot, we can't think of it right away. But I'm gonna try to ask spirit to bring up things that we're gonna know, immediately. That way we kind of keep everything that you don't have to wander later on. Now they can also make me hear things and make me feel things. It is very difficult to put words to emotions, and that's why I'm like scribbling sometimes I'll just be zoning out, like you already have somebody off to the side of you there, so I won't always be looking at you, I gotta look at them too. So I'll be kind of going back and forth, and then there's times that yes, I need to take a minute, because when they're giving me emotion, I need to put the words to it, and sometimes it can take me a minute to try to get that as clear and concise as I can. What they show me is never wrong, but any medium can technically misinterpret. So if we can't figure out what it is, we just need to figure out what else could it be within reason. If it is not reasonable, if it is not practical, I will never try to make it fit. I'd rather say I don't know. That's where my pride comes in. I'd rather say I don't know than have something seem like a stretch. But they're going to mostly focus on bringing up things from the past, which is their validation and their memories, as well as things happening right now in your lives to basically validate how they're still in your life today. Now, I can't control who comes in. I can't control what they say. They're your relatives. I have no idea what they're going to be talking about half the time. However, we do need to trust that no matter who is here today, that they are here for you and that they do have messages for you today. Any questions before we get started?
I don't think so.
Okay. So I was waiting to see if anybody like right beforehand was going to come in, and it was like crickets for a minute. I was so worried. I was like, oh no. But then there's this gentleman that came up right on the side of you here. Now this is definitely an older gentleman. So this is going to, and it's coming up the family tree. So this is going to be father or grandfather. It's definitely coming up older. Now, it's funny. Looking at him, I wouldn't have expected him to come in a mediumship reading. It wouldn't have been his cup of tea in this life, but he is a very big support in your family, and he is one to make sure that you knew he was around. Now, when I asked him to tell me a little bit about himself, he does kind of give that, what's the word for it? He goes like this, which is my symbol for he has his strength back, symbolizing that there was some type of weakness at the end of his life. He makes me feel like he's also a very hard worker, and that's something that he would have always had pride in his life. When I asked him to be a little bit more specific about what was happening towards the end of his life, he presses on my chest, which could be anything with heart, or if there was a breathing issue towards the end, he lifts it off and then pulls the energy throughout my head, making me feel like his clarity of thought is 1,000 times better than where it was. Do you know who this is before I continue?
Yes, it's my grandfather.
It's your grandfather? I would have not expected him to come in. This is.
I know, he comes through in all of them, and I'm like, I'm surprised you're here.
I know. I would have never expected it to be his cup of tea. He would have like totally blown all of this type of stuff off. But he's a rock. He is a supportive person. He is very practical. He's very logical, and he really comes across as like the hardworking type. I'm seeing like the blue jeans, the boots. That does that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
Now was this illness or decline that was happening? Because I'm feeling a lot of pressure through this whole upper region and from my chest into my head. How does that make sense to you?
He had dementia, and then he also had heart issues.
Okay, so that makes sense as to why he labored my chest and then pulled that energy, saying the clarity's better now, and he's sharp as a tack again. Now, he's funny because he's talking about all of his like things and everything that was like, what happened to all of his things. Like, okay, I'm sure he had a lot. Like I step into his energy and I'm just like, whoa, like, listen, I know you had a lot that you wanted to do and like he didn't get to finish every project he wanted to, you know? But he had full intention of coming back, but he has so many things. Like, I'm sure you guys probably still have a lot, or it took time to go through things.
Yes. Yeah, he did. He had a lot of property. He had things set up. He was very practical.
I know there was so much, and he would have wanted to have everything planned out as much as he could. That way it was easy to kind of just pass it along after his passing, you know? But he almost makes me feel like him thinking in that way at times took away from him being able to just more bond with his family and just talk more, you know?
Yeah.
Even though he's a great guy, there is definitely times that he's more emotionally reserved, that he's not like, and he says like looking back, like he just wishes he would have just laughed a little bit more, the family hung out just a little bit more, but he's definitely a very focused kind of mind, but he is really in a great spot now. Now, is his wife, is she passed or alive?
She's alive.
She's alive, okay. He's funny, he's like, as it should be, you know? I was like, okay, you know, no, he loves her, he does, but he's actually kind of, he's glad to have a little bit of a break, you know? So he's like, you keep her there for as long as you can, you know? He loves her, you know, but it is also a moment of peace on the other side before she gets to come over.
They didn't get along the best.
That is so funny. That's so funny. I know, because I can hear them just yapping at each other, and she's yapping at him, and he's just like, and he's taking it so well. He still loves her, absolutely adores her. He points on a calendar, which is my symbol for if there's a day recently or coming up very soon connected to him. This is typically birthdays, passings, anniversaries sometimes. Do you know what he's talking about?
Yes, his birthday is coming up. Or I can't remember if he just had one or if it's coming up, and then the date of his passings also. I
see. So it's just his way of acknowledging and validating the big things that are happening and that he's going to still be around for that. He is the kind of person that, you know, because I asked him, like, how are you in, like, your life today? And you know what? He's still not overly the warm hugs, kisses sort of, you know, guy. He is the practical, the logical, the rock to lean on. And, you know, the way that he comes across in your life the most often is actually to help you in, like, financially and at work and in those kind of like, you know, do we got the bills paid today? Do you have enough extra money? He wants you to have a little like a little cushion fund. Like he would have had that, and he wants you and the rest of the family to have a cushion always. So he always wants to help you out in those practical ways. You know, when it comes to your family, other than kind of, yes, he is still around, you know, his wife who's alive, he is around you and your children? Yes. He doesn't quite always know what to do with your children, to be honest. You know,
Me either.
It can be like, I don't know how old they are, but they still seem quite young. And it's just like they're zooming around and he's just like, I don't know what to do. You know, this would have been something that his wife would be like doing more, you know, but he still tries to help as much as he can, you know. He is actually, he's in your house or wherever you live quite often, and I hear him knocking around in there. And it's a sort of thing, he's actually doing that because he's trying to fix things up a little bit. Like, no offense, I don't know what's
that doesn't shock me at all.
I know, like I hear clunk, I'm like, what is that? Oh, well, you know, he's just fixing that squeaky cabinet, or he's changing the light bulb over there. So you might hear some of that clunking, the lights, things like that. And it's not him just saying, hey, I'm near. It's actually him like fixing things. So
perfect.
He would have never, listen, no offense, I don't know your family, I don't know anything about, he would have made sure, like, especially on like property, things like that, everything was perfectly up to date on things.
Yes. Yeah.
You and your family do not do that. So, yes. So that's why he's around all the time. Like, okay, we need to fix this. Oh, like, you know, your oil change is due. Oh, we need to change the air filter here. And you're going to get those random, like, things that just keep popping in your head. And And that's him telling you, change the air filter or something.
That makes sense.
It's not the overly big spiritual messages, but it's the way that it's still him and he will always be that way. Now, he's talking about, okay, let me try to see what he's talking about. He showed me two different things. I'm trying to figure out how are those correlated. Okay, the first thing I'm going to ask is, where is the military influence in the family?
My dad's side.
Your dad's side. Now, is this grandfather on your mom's side? Okay.
Yes.
So then where is he? Because he's bringing up the military influence, but I would feel like, I don't know. I have to ask him more, but I would feel like it would have to, I don't see why he'd be bringing up something on the other side. I mean, he could. I mean, I can't control what he talks about, but let me try to figure out why. No, why he's doing it is because there's somebody on that side who can't make it in here today that is passed on the other side, and he's saying the military person is still here in spirit, and they want you to know that they're okay as well. So I don't know where the other spirit, it's probably another male spirit, it feels like it's a little bit further out, but he says that they are around as well. Unfortunately, I won't be able to connect with every single spirit you have today, which is why he is acknowledging certain ones.
Yeah.
Did your grandfather have, is this grandfather that I'm talking to right now, did he have a brother or a son? He's taking himself, and then I'm seeing somebody that's kind of coming across, or maybe a little bit younger. It's hard to know
he
exactly.
has both. He has brothers and sons.
Okay, let me try to figure out which one he's talking about then. It would have been, it's one that's passed on the other side with him. Which one would be passed?
That's a good question. I know he has brothers that have passed.
Okay.
I'm not super familiar with them.
I see.
And I think he's had some that have passed like recently-ish.
Okay, because I'm like, he shows me that like and it feels like, because he takes himself and he comes across like this, which is it's like, I almost see like as a family tree. So I would think it would be like a brother. He says he's with the other side with him. Now this brother seems quite a bit younger than him, to be honest. So I don't know how long ago he would have passed, but he's making me feel like that there was a lot of issues in his life. And it was unfortunately a lot of heaviness, a lot of, there was not enough, what's the word for it? Not enough closure with how that brother of his passed. He's like, but we're okay now. And he pulls him really close, and he's not letting him go anymore. He's not letting go anymore. So he has so much love for you and the family. This is your mother's father, you said?
Yes.
Now, when he talks about your mother, she's alive?
Yes.
He has the most fondness for your mother, but at the same time, listen, respect to mother. He's like, we're going over this again, because again, he is such a practical, logical person. And no offense to mom, if she watches this, no offense to mom, but at times he makes me feel like she can overcomplicate things at times, and he just wants to keep it simple.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
And he has so much love for her, but he's like, why are we overcomplicating this? Let's just keep it as simple as we can. But he really is around her all of the time. And you know what? It's something that she'll be able to feel that he is around. I can feel him just stepping behind her often. I can just even feel his hand, almost squeeze her shoulder. And that's something that she will be able to feel and know that he is there.
Yeah.
So
they were really close.
Good. I'm so glad to see that. And you know what? He made something for her. It would have been a long time ago, probably when she was a kid, but it's something that he actually made. And it's something that I don't know if we're going to know what it is right now. So that's something that you can ask her about.
Yeah.
But it's like he put time in it. He put love in it. And it's something that, it's probably just in some storage area right now. It's been a while, but he wants her to remember about how much he loved and cared and the things that he did for her.
Yeah.
So,
He's so sweet.
And then one other thing he's bringing up, he keeps showing me license plates, like a stack of license. Like, what is these license plates?
I don't know. I'm like, mine's expired.
Yours expired? Oh,
and I got a ticket for it a couple weeks ago.
Oh no. So, okay, well, that is a very recent thing, because I will ask him to bring up things that are recent, and a couple weeks is still recent in the grand scheme of it. So it's his way of acknowledging he knows about it.
I know, and I'm like, he is probably pissed about it.
Yeah, so he is, have you gotten it fixed yet?
No. And I did just pass a cup on the way here, and I was really stressed.
Right. Listen, he's looking out for you. However, he can only do so much. So this is your sign that you need to get your stickers or registration renewed.
It is so bad.
So he is not going to let you down, because, he might have protected you this time from getting a ticket, but I don't know what he can do next time. So
funny.
Oh
my gosh.
That's funny.
pretty
I'm
on
like,
brand.
what is this license plate he keeps showing me? But that would make sense.
He is probably pissed about that. It is really expired.
Because he would have been been early on those things.
He would have been. There's no way he would have let that slide. Yeah.
For sure.
It's been a hot.
Oh, that's funny. But you know what? He is somebody who is a rock in your family and will continue to be. So I hope you know that you have a beautiful guardian angel on the other side with you. And even though I couldn't get every single spirit in today, he's acknowledging that there are more on the other side. There's also a younger gentleman that he said, is on the other side and safe too. And that he says he's in better mind as well, but that feels a little bit more in the mental sense, and he says that he is okay as well. He wants to cram in as many messages as he can. This person's okay, and your aunt's okay, and your great grandma's okay, and he's like naming them all off.
I know, he tends to take over a little bit.
So, but I love that, because they don't have to show up for us. They do it because they love and they care. So that's something that I'm so happy that he has shown up for you today. Do you have any questions for him?
Man, I don't know. I didn't even think about that. I would love to know his opinion on my business right now and his thoughts.
Okay, it's something that he's very proud of you, first of all, for taking the initiative in a business like this. He just said, work on the sustainability, though.
Okay.
So, and you know what? It's a little bit through his lens as well. Any messages from spirit, they also talk through their own lens. It's what they know.
Yeah.
And for him, he's a very frugal person at times. So he would be suggesting keeping frugal as well. It's not the sort of business that he would have completely understood whatsoever.
Not at all, yeah.
Like he would have been like, is this, let me try to understand what business this is. It feels like you're very active.
Yes.
You're very active. Is this some type of fitness or activity?
Yes, I own a gym.
Okay. Oh, well then perfect. Which is why he wouldn't have understood it, because he wouldn't have gone to a gym. He said, you work out by just going and working outside.
Yeah.
And that's where you get your...
Exactly.
Yeah. So he doesn't quite understand, but he's fully supportive of you. And he's so proud that you are taking that initiative. He's just talking about sustainability. And that is, sometimes going slower is okay, as long as it is sustainable.
Okay.
So he doesn't want you to make too big of leaps too soon, going into debt too much, and then having to backtrack on anything. So he is really proud of it. You're not the only person that is doing this, or is it with you and a spouse, or are you with a partner?
Yeah, my husband helps. It's mainly me, but he does help a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, husband, if you're watching. He wants your husband to help out a little bit more in it. So.
Valid. That's great, actually.
Listen, I don't know the whole details of everything. I just have to relay what they say, because he makes me feel like you're going to get burnt out if you keep going as hard as you are, especially also juggling the family, juggling the business. So he's like, you need somebody who, as you're kind of needing a little bit of a breather, somebody else can help pick up the weight a little bit more, So, but he is really proud of you. And he makes me feel like as long as you are not skyrocketing too quickly, and then getting burnt out, the sustainability, you will keep growing and growing. And that's something that he is very proud of.
Oh, he's the best.
But then he's like, but remember to start putting something away for retirement.
Yeah, that doesn't shock me at all. That was his
Yeah.
main concern his entire life, is having money put away and things. Yeah, that was, I swear, his life. So
Yes. So, but he has so much love for you. So thank you for letting me connect with him today. You know, I really appreciate it. He is such a good guy and such a rock in your family, and will continue to be. So,
thank you.
okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. That was wonderful. I
Good.
knew that guy was gonna come through. He steals any session I ever do.